and price zip lines. So there's a big question coming out from our clients. So they are asking, do I need to build a contact center to solve all these problems? So these are the questions that pops in our customers' minds. So these are mid-sized to large enterprises. So they would like to get away with cost of facility upgrade. Customers are in particular the quality of service. So technically, we would like to empower them to provide a value-added service and then package it in our deal. So they will also need to more or less talk to one supplier instead of talking to many. So presenting to you our Globe Contact Center. So it's a full suite IP communication software suite that provides multi-channel, so voice, multimedia, covering SMS, email, social network, and then automates functional mid-sized to large organization. Just want to give you a comparison where we're coming from. This is actually based on a 10-seat requirement. So we're actually matching up with in case a client decides to build a premise base or decides to outsource their contact center requirement or have it hosted. So on the premise base, as you can see, there will be lots of multiple components that they need to build up. First, of course, they would need to train their agents in terms of their SLAs to their principals, and also they have to build a strong IT team to more or less cover or support their infrastructure, and also you will see there will be a contact center platform. So technically, more or less, we have computed what will be the impact of a 10-seat requirement on a 12-month contract term. So these would be the causes for the upfront payment. So there will be an upfront payment on the contact center platform, and you will also have a subscription for the voice lines required. So there will be telco expenses, and there will be also an annual fee for maintenance. As compared to an outsource, so on an outsource, if I am, let's say, a principal, basically, I will outsource everything. I just need to decide if in case I would decide to have it on a per transaction or a per seat, if in case there will be a requirement of that particular volume. So more or less, we have pegged a per seat cost between 25 to 40,000 pesos. As for the per transaction, we're pegging it at around $4 to $12. So it depends actually on the volume, also on the quantity. But as you can see, compared to the contact center platform, to the Globe Contact Center platform, we're actually looking at the company will be the one to provide the agents. And we will be providing everything in terms of empowering them by providing the platform and the managed or the professional services. So all they have to do, like on your case, all you have to do is, if in case you have any upgrades or any additional seat requirement, most especially if there will be any short-term campaigns, we will be able to support and help you on these requirements. So as an offering, our contact center platform is a cloud-based end-to-end solution. So as an advantage, it reduces cost, simplifies administration, and faster time to market and deployment of service. Also, it's a software-based architecture, so offers flexibility. So depending on, let's say, the campaign or the requirement of the client, we will be able to provide you these particular features in just one platform. So we don't need to more or less develop or look for a different partner just for us to serve your requirement. Also, since it's highly scalable and flexible, it offers a broad set of applications. As I have said, we are offering a multi-channel ACD, mobile reporting, CRM, unified communications integrations, workforce optimization, voice self-service. So as an advantage, it provides lower total cost of ownership and faster ROI for you. So I just want to show this to you. These are our sample use cases. These are our engagements to our clients. So these are cases where they actually were thinking of on putting up or outsourcing a particular contact center requirement. So we have healthcare requirements, services, financial companies, distribution, transport, and logistics, some manufacturing companies, and also from the academe. So just to also differentiate our offering, as you can see, more or less currently the setup right now, if you would like to put up your own contact center, you will actually have a different systems. Like for example, you will have a different telephony system, you will have a different ACD, you would have a different IVR. But for the Globe Contact Center, technically we're offering single vendor, no integrations or no issues concerned, since it's just one platform. You just need to pick what particular features we would more or less activate, or we would like to enable that particular agent. And then single point of administration, meaning let's say unlike out in the competition right now, you will have different administrations for your IVR, for your ACD, but for this one, you will only have single console. And then we will have also a single reporting system for all these particular functionalities. So these would be our features. So we have IVR, speech recognition, ACD, outbound. Of course, this will be outbound voice and multimedia channels. Integrations, real-time speech analytics, quality management, workforce management, strategic planning, supervisor and reporting, surveys. This is actually important, which I think this is being the trend right now. Majority of our clients are asking if we would have reporting or survey capability, and then also recording. So this is a typical deployment. I just want to show this to you, although this is it's not a bit technical. I just want to more or less adapt this in terms of what CCAP members can actually make use of. So just try to imagine Company A and Company B are all your companies but different sites. So we'll be able to provide you this particular platform even though you have different locations or different sites. Even, let's say, your other site will be in Visayas or in Mindanao. So we'll be able to more or less connect all your contact center sites into that particular platform. And also, just to give you an idea what would be the scope of the requirement. So basically, the customer, our expectations for the customer is you only provide all the three items above. So the agents, the terminals, the local area network, and we will provide you everything. The platform, the telephone, the voice connectivity, and then of course the peripherals. By the way, some case-to-case basis, we also provide LAN cabling and PC desktops if necessary. And then of course the professional services. So basically, what we expect from your IT will be just the back-end support of your agents, and we'll be the one to enable your IT. And we will also have a 24/7 professional service which they can coordinate with. So that ends my presentation.
Very quickly, we're just going to go over the CCAP Procurement Council overview and then welcome each of our members to please participate in the council. So without further ado, let's welcome our chairman for the Procurement Council, Mr. Randy Pinol, and our vice chairwoman, Ms. Dana Moldes.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to CCAP Procurement Council General Membership Meeting. Okay, as like any other organization or council, we in the Procurement Council has its own mission and vision. As you could see, based also on the speaker details a while ago, as you will see, we have that transparency and value given to our members. And some of our valued business partners are, by the way, they are present today. Synergize, headed by Mr. Pepe Coronel. It's there. Advanced Paper, represented by Beth Tandoy. Eco Hygiene Institutional Sales Corporation, Mr. Stephen Leong. And Haing Bonghan Corporation, represented by Lynn Quirol and Ami Flores. These are some of our currently working activities and initiatives for the admin committee. I will not elaborate further. It's on the screen. So as we go, we have IT committee. We're doing the desktop, laptop rates, printer, copier rates, headset and amplifier repairs. Though we have global pricing, but what we're working on right now is just a volume discount that the providers can provide. Then, in line with what our speaker had said a while ago, so we are in line with standardizing the accreditation process, create a grievance committee, not only hearing what the buyers are facing right now, but we want also to hear what our valued business partners have. So behind that, we have to do with the vendors' performance and compliance. And this is one of the new activities that we're going to do. We will hold an annual vendors conference for those small, medium enterprise. And lastly, this is our annual initiative that we are doing for our business partners, the Vendor Excellence Awards. Then for us to encourage more of our members, and we're calling our primary representative today to please send in your procurement leaders, finance representative, asset management facility to come and join us in our procurement council. We're having our a bi-monthly meeting on the first and the third Wednesday of the month. So here are some of our activities for the membership. And some of our initiatives, we already standardized all the forms that we are using. And then here are annually we award or give recognition to our business partners. We were given Top Choice Awards and Top Pick Awards. Some standardized initiatives. Then here are one of the initiatives that we're going to give to our members to have a Power ID. That is a reward card that we could offer for the members. Business cards, okay. And these are one of our annual events that we're doing. We are doing the strategic workshop whenever we start of the year. And here are some of the listed workshop that we have done before. And amongst for the business partners, here are some of the awards that we are keep on growing more. And lastly, we have just launched and created a special project committee who will be handling and developing our procurement members. And Dana?
To introduce our head for the Special Projects Committee, we will just launch this beginning this year. So may I welcome Mr. Antonio Sanoy from Hinduja Global Solutions.
Okay, good evening everyone. And then today, Procurement Council is great to share with you another milestone that we are proud of. And this is the launching of the Council Institute that we name it as Procurement Professionals Enhancement Institute, or the PPEI. The vision of this institute is to be the learning and developing center for procurement professionals in the contact center industry, gain new information and best practices, shape up procurement leaders to become effective, dynamic, leadership-oriented, and embodies values and principles in disposing of their core procurement functions. And the four frameworks of this institute are the following: people, Okay, provide awareness to people development, value transformation, and leadership skills. Environment, learn to understand the culture of the contact center industry. The third is a professional growth. Provide value-added information and learnings. Share knowledge and best practices, decision-making power. Create innovations that would optimize savings effectiveness for each member companies. And the last is governance. Shaping procurement professionals and leaders to become consensus, transparent, and accountable for their actions, with high regards to ethical standards, fair dealings, and strengthen valuable partnership with our vendors. Right. At this point, our Procurement Council is inviting industry leaders to have their procurement officers to join us in this endeavor in helping your organization achieve optimizing saving efficiency and create innovations in your procurement processes, and most importantly, developing leader in your organization. Okay, so the Procurement Professional Enhancement Institute, or PPEI, will provide skills training for procurement leaders, especially those that are new in the industry, to gain more knowledge about the processes and how we can share practices for the benefit of each member companies. Right, and we have actually lined up several activities and training for the Procurement Council that will actually start this November and goes through up to next year. Okay, so may I call on the Procurement Council leaders to come up on stage to be recognized and for your efforts and valuable contribution. Okay, we have from AIG, from TELUS, from Genpac, from Pacific Hub, also from Bisaya KPO, and also from Hinduja Global Solutions Limited.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to I guess the most anticipated moment for the entire, not only for this entire session, but for the last 2 years, if I may say so. Tonight is going to be very historic because we are going to be presenting publicly the brave, bold candidates who have answered the challenge and raised their hands and say, I wish to be able to participate in the crafting and moving SICA forward in the next 2 years. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we'd like to present our candidates for the Board of Directors. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, first up, President Mr. Benedict Hernandez. You know him so well from Accenture. Managing Director, and has been in the business for the last 15 years. Wow. Okay. So our next candidate is Mr. Dana Andel from Acquire BPO. Unfortunately, he is not able to make it today, but he is the country manager for Acquire. Mr. Danny Cuevas, okay, sure. And he's the president of Capstone, and has been in the industry for the past 6 years. And our next candidate, ladies and gentlemen, is Ms. Ivic Mueco from Convergys. She's the vice president and country manager. Ms. Ivic, I don't see her. All right. Our next candidate to join Benedict on stage is none other than the legendary Jojo Uligan, who is now the general manager of Kuro Technica. Okay, our next candidate representing the SME side of the business is Mr. Brian Hernandez from East and West Corporation. Unfortunately, he's unable to make it. His company is actually based in San Pablo, Laguna. Okay. Our next candidate is Mr. Bong Borja, returning from Expert Global Solutions. Mr. Bong Borja, I will not mention the length of time you've been in the business. I still would like to have my bonus. Okay. Next candidate. Okay, from Genpac, ladies and gentlemen, a current board member, country head of Genpac, Mr. Don Reyes. You look good on TV, sir. Boss nung... Next. All right, we have Sheila Arbolante from Globe. Okay, thank you very much for sponsoring our general membership meeting. She's the Manager, Market Development Enterprise Group, Enterprise Marketing of Globe. Okay, 19 years in the business. All right, next candidate is Ms. Agi Campos from Infosys. Okay, she's the country head of Infosys, Ms. Agi Campos. We enjoyed your game during the last summit. Okay, next candidate, we have Ms. Josephine Agregado of IntelliCare. Let's not forget the RN, registered nurse. Okay, AVP for membership services from IntelliCare. Okay, okay. Next, we have Mr. Manuel Diber Lopez. Unfortunately, he's not able to come today. But you know him, everybody knows him. He's from Pacific Hub. And our next candidate also from PLDT, Mr. Mitch Locsin, won't be able to attend, but I guess he's in the US. Okay. He can call. Okay. Collect. He has a video. Is that fair? Oh, no, that's okay. All right. Next, we have our next candidate from Sky Biz, John Arayata, Sky Cable, but he's in Cebu. Okay. Is that a pitch not to? Okay. Next candidate, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Romel Regino from SPI Global. All right. Everybody knows Mr. Regino. No need for further introduction. So the next is Mr. Brad Norman from Taking You Forward. Brad. And our next candidate, okay, from Teleperformance, Mr. Steve Emerson. He's the Executive Vice President. All right. Okay. Next candidate, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mikey Ocampo from Pilipinas Teleserve. Our next candidate is Mr. Roger Salazar from United Health Group, the President and Country Head of United Health Group. Okay, we're in good company. All right. Next is Mr. Butch Valenzuela from Visaya KPO. All right. Mr. Butch. Mr. Mikey, what motivated you to run? You know, to cast in your name and say, I want to run as a member of the board of CCAP. What's your motivation?
I've been in the industry for 15 years. I've seen it grow from 7-member companies all the way to what it is now. I've developed a vision for the industry, the way CCAP has grown, to make the CCAP the umbrella organization for the contact center industry in the Philippines, and most importantly, to gain the recognition of the country as the contact center capital of the world.
Okay, very good. Ms. Ai, you have the microphone, and would you like to?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My answer is very short, right? So I think this board has always been an all-gentleman board. I think it's time to diversify.
Okay, so a very gender-friendly response.
Women deliver.
Yeah. I think we agree. Okay, and Miss Sheila. Okay.
So thank you for that statement. With that, I second the motion. I'm actually new to the process. And I bravely took the challenge because the industry is very close to the heart of Globe Telecom. And we've also witnessed several milestones of the industry in the country. And it's about time, and it's high time to actually take a big step in terms of intensifying our engagement with the association. So I'm here, and we look forward to engaging with the board and the association and member companies. So we hope na we'll have a chance in the board. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. I'd like to add, Steve, why are you running?
Same question.
Same question. Why are you
I
running?
guess there's two reasons. One is my role's given me the bandwidth to do it as I've gotten out of operational management and daily commercial management. I've got the bandwidth to take on more, and I didn't want to take the role as a token directorship and not devote any time to it. So I have that. And second,